And maybe close it also.
这次的主题是波士尼亚的街头涂鸦。我来到这座城市塞拉耶佛，这是波士尼亚的首都，也是一个我从没想过自己会踏进来的地方。然而我发现这里的街头涂鸦跟我想象中的完全不一样。它的品质、它的艺术感，甚至是它背后的故事与想表达的想法，都超出我对涂鸦的印象。
Great friend of mine, amazing person.
我对涂鸦的理解跟很多台湾人差不多吧。我们从小就是乖乖守规矩长大的，要守秩序，不可以乱画墙壁。所以看到街头涂鸦，第一个反应就是这是一种破坏，这是违法的，是坏小孩在捣乱。可是作为一位浪人文明论者，我到了这里，真正该做的不是马上下定论。我可以花很多时间证明我的价值观，但那对我的人生旅程没有帮助。对我真正有帮助的是探索，是去了解我原本不了解的东西。既然有机会来到这么远的地方，我想要好好的理解这些话背后的意义。所以当我知道我约到了一位当地非常有代表性的涂鸦艺术家班杰明，我就决定要好好走进去他的世界，看看他到底在说什么。从塞拉耶佛城市中心到住宅区，再到他的工作室，他不只是画画而已，他用颜色在跟整座城市说话。他甚至叫我拿起喷漆，要我第一次亲手画出属于我自己的涂鸦。这不是我习惯的旅行方式，但我知道这会是一段我永远记得的旅程。我约班杰明见面的那天，是在一条雪地里的巷弄里等他。那里不是什么文青艺术特区，而是当地人每天会经过的住宅街道。但就在这样一条巷子里，墙上却出现了我见过最有风格的涂鸦。它不是乱涂，而像是一种城市的记号。那是一整面螺旋状玫瑰图案的墙，是班杰明的标志。画廊就在旁边，没有招牌，没有宣传。旁边是小餐馆、住宅与街坊商店，街头艺术和生活融合的毫无违和。当班杰明出现的时候，他像是这条街的住民一样，还跟旁边的店家打了声招呼。其实这并不是我和班杰明第一次见面。
Iz Tajvana radi oko grafita, brate, sa mnom.
You spoke with
your colleague? He's one of the most talented people that this city has.
The artist?
Actually, yes, he is.
Oh, yeah, this is me.
他带我进了他的展场，是一个结合文字与视觉的空间。这里展示的不只是涂鸦，而是他这几年对这座城市的回应。
So I'm the director of the gallery. My obligation is to raise funds, to find the money, to organize the production of each exhibition, and to produce each exhibition.
班杰明说，这样的艺术展只是个开始，他是努力筹备资金，希望未来能让更多本地艺术家有空间说出自己的故事。不好意思，这边要打断你一下，我要来感谢一下今天的赞助厂商。那么这些厂商对 AB 的影响事业是很重要的，因为有他们的支持，我才能更加心无旁骛的做高品质的影片给各位。那么今天的赞助厂商是日红生活的水束氢呼吸机。你有没有这样的经验？旅行时最放松的往往不是在什么景点，而是当你坐在路边，放下背包，深呼吸的那几分钟。这种感觉其实在家里也能体验。这台氢呼吸机的操作很简单，插上电，带上鼻吸管，吸个几口，节奏就慢下来了。说穿了，它就是让你暂停一下，换个气氛的工具。机器本身蛮轻的，大概1公斤出头，体积也小，出门带着不麻烦。 放家里也不占空间。另外，除了吸氢气，它还能把水变成清水，2分钟搞定，喝起来没什么味道，小孩也能喝。安全设计也都有做到，像是倾倒断电、过热保护、电压全球通用，无论放家里、办公室都 OK。有兴趣的话，产品资讯都放在说明栏，可以去看看。好，那么接下来让我们回到波士尼亚班杰明的影片。
One question I really want to ask, I saw you have a speech. You know,
TED Talks. Yeah.
And you were saying about like when you're a kid, you spend a lot of time on the street.
Yeah.
Why do you like to spend all the time on the street?
I always thought that this is where the life is, you know.
Yeah.
And I shared the room with my sister, you know.
Okay.
So we were sharing a room. I didn't have my own space, personal space, and I felt that I have more of a personal space on the street, you know, like not in the closed space, because this is, you know, my family is there and my sister is there, and you know,
Yeah.
but out on the streets, you know, you are alone. It's so many people, but you are alone if you want to be alone. And then also in the same place, in the same time, all of my friends were out on the streets, you know.
Oh.
And then we were constantly meeting, and because we painted graffiti, you know, we needed to be on the streets so we can paint, you know. And this kind of lifestyle was, I don't know, you know, I just always loved it. I just always enjoyed it, and you know, we just wanted to go to all the different neighborhoods and all the streets, and we wanted to paint something over there, and then
All this?
like all this. Then we also started making friends in different areas and neighborhoods, and we were going there, meeting these people, smoking a lot of weed, and then you go out, you are somewhere hiding because it's illegal, you know, nobody, like you're not allowed to smoke, so you hide somewhere in a park, you smoke, and
Yeah, in our country, weed is still illegal.
yeah, it's still illegal. It's still illegal, yes.
Wow. And what about, I'm curious, what about your mom, or, you know, when you keep going out when you're a kid?
Yeah,
How did she react?
well, they didn't like it, of course, you know, like they always wanted me to be home, like every parent would like to.
Okay.
And they knew that I'm painting graffiti, you know, and they weren't like, they never actually told me to stop or anything, and they were kind of supporting. Of course, they were worried, you know, but I was always telling her, don't worry, you know, I take good care. I know that I'm doing stuff that I shouldn't be doing, but I can run fast, you know. I can run, I can jump, I can climb, and, you know, don't worry.
So maybe your teacher in the elementary school, maybe they don't really like you at that time?
Well, to be honest, everybody liked me all the time. Yeah, I don't know, like I had this,
You have this charm here, right?
yeah, charm or something, you know, and when I was in the school, I would most of the time I would be drawing, you know, I wouldn't be causing troubles like other people.
走着走着，班杰明突然转头跟我说，今天他会教我怎么涂鸦，而且还会让我亲自尝试一次。我以为我们要直接找一面墙开始，结果他笑了一下说：“不行，我的颜料快用完了，我们得去补一下货。”
I talk my way through it somehow. Zdravo, zdravo, kako je?
Okay, thank you.
You are welcome.
Oh.
This is the shop. Kako ide? No, dobro. Ja trebam ove neke...
于是我们走进了这家颜料店，这里应该是所有街头艺术家心中的宝库吧。
Now we go to one neighborhood where we made the street art festival this year. It's the festival that we organize every year. It's called FASADA Festival, like facade,
FASADA.
You know? FASADA, yeah.
And then you're the founder, right?
Yeah, I'm the founder of the festival and the director now. we have another location in which we make graffiti jam. And graffiti jam is collective graffiti painting, if I can say so. We invite like 30, 40, 50 artists, local, regional, and international. And we all come to some big wall, like a very, very big wall. We bring DJs, rappers, singers. It's in the same time it's a concert and it's kind of a creating a gallery, you know, everybody painting, everybody having fun, everybody enjoying. And this is probably the biggest event that we make. This year we had like 1,000 people coming to the event, just visitors, something like this.
Wow. And do they have a specific age range, or is like young people more, or depends?
Depends, you know, like you can see 12-year-olds and 45-year-olds at the same place, you know, and then like people also come with kids, and you can see teenage, like all people from 12 to 60, you know, everybody comes. Ćao, čao, kako je, evo ništa. Evo došli nešto da se snimamo. Kod tebe? So, this house didn't have a wall, didn't have a facade. This one also, this one had, you know.
Wow.
And I'll show you photos. This is the wall in front of us.
Yeah.
The one, you see.
Wow.
In the same time, the point is not just to, you know, create art, but if we can really help the community and the people by, you know, putting the thermo-isolation on the walls, so the people who live inside, they have something like, they really have a benefit from it, because now it's warmer, you know, you are in house and it's much warmer because you have thermo-isolation, and then poof, 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 all the coats needed, and on top of it there is an artwork. So it's about helping the people who live in the community somehow, and then bringing the arts and changing the space, you know, revitalizing the space.
You just basically give the neighbor all the free decoration for their house.
Yes.
And then how do you communicate with this neighbor?
Well, we must communicate with them in order to get the permission. You know.
Oh, okay.
And basically we go and we knock on the doors. And we knock on the doors and say, hello, we are these people, we want to do this, these are the ideas and the concepts for the paintings that are going to be on your walls, and we need the permissions, you know. And then we talk a little bit about the concepts. In the same time, we try to, if I can say, defend the artists, because the festival is about art and about art creation. So, you know, every artist has to be free to create whatever they want to create. You know, we never tell artists, okay, now paint a dog.
Okay.
This is the wall. You paint whatever you want, just send us the concept so we can get the permission before you come. But sometimes, like, if the people don't like certain artwork, we try to change the artworks, you know, or worst case scenario, somehow try to make some compromise with the artist to change few things just in order to get the permission. And I painted this one.
Oh, wow, rose. I think I realized you like draw the rose, right? That is your thing, right?
Yeah, it's kind of my symbol, this flower that I paint. And the vases in the flower, in the mural, are actually part of my mentor's painting. And my mentor died this year in August. He died on 7th of August. And this piece is like a homage to him, you know. And I call it the Children of Flowers, because he was the first hippie, one of the first hippies in Bosnia and Herzegovina back in the 60s and 70s, you know. And he taught me most of the things I know about painting, you know, and especially oil painting. And somehow the flower grows outside of the vase, and I kind of grew out of him, you know. He is the one who made me grow and who gave me all the knowledge and all the skills to paint. And somehow I am growing out from him, and I choose to continue learning from him, even though he left us and he died. And I chose to paint these vases in exactly as he painted them, in order to continue learning by imitating how he was painting, you know. And for me, it's the most important and the most valuable artwork that I created in my whole life.
You say you don't like snow, but you have to understand in our country, we don't have snow.
I must come to Taiwan.
Yeah.
I'm gonna live in Taiwan from now
Oh,
on.
you'll love it. We also have a great art in Taiwan. This local art. We have a lot of temple. You will get a culture shock for sure if you haven't been to Taiwan.
Yeah.
All the temple is already different style.
Yeah, I really would love to come, and I love experiencing other cultures, you know. And this is also something that we did, that we painted. We wrote a project to revitalize this also, and we understood that because it's very different, you know, this square that we are standing on from the city hall across the street. And the city hall across the street is probably the most significant architectural wonder, probably the most significant building in the city. So we wanted to bring this square aesthetically closer to the city hall and somehow connect them, because they should be in direct communication.
I was very surprised that when we walk through all the places, then you meet all the people you know on the street, basically. Everybody say hi to you. I'm just really curious about how you can make this connection to all these local people. I know you're local people, but still, it's amazing to me.
An extreme extrovert, you know. And I like people, and I like to talk to people, and I am pleasant, and I think that this is why people like me. And you know, I've really spent a lot of time in social places and in social gatherings, and because of the job that I do, I also have to communicate with a lot of people, you know. So I don't know, I meet a new person almost every day, you know. Also because of the art that we make, we became a little bit like a public persons, you know, like we had some media attention, and whenever we make something, you know, there is an article.
But can you give me some kind of a tip or secret that how you can just connect with people so easily? You know, for the people who really want to, like, you know, meet more people like you, do you have any like small tips? How do you like just engage with people, especially in Bosnia?
I think that like you have to be, how to say, you have to be honest in your actions, but your actions have to be pure, you know. You have to have good intentions.
Good intention and authenticity, honesty.
Yeah, and honesty. I think this is all that matters. Like if you are a good person, everybody is gonna respect you, I think. Maybe no. I don't know. I don't know if there is a secret. When we were younger and when we were painting trains and doing illegal graffiti, you go somewhere, you know, and you meet the person for the first time, and together you are jumping over the fences, cutting the fences, laying somewhere in the bushes, you know, trying to be smarter than somebody who made all, you know, like somebody tried very hard to stop us from painting, and yet we go there and we try to find the holes in the system, in the protection system that they made, in order to create our artwork. And this really connects people also, you know, the adrenaline that you feel, the responsibility towards each other. You are all in the same risk. You can all get caught. You can all get electrocuted by the electricity from the trains. You know, you can die, you can go to jail, or you can survive and have a good story. This is really how bonds create all around, and you don't have to know the language, you know. You just this is you know, yeah. You know everything, and that's it. You know, like, I believe that everybody thinks that they have the worst time. Like, I don't know, probably there are people in Taiwan who say, wow, this is the worst country, we hate this country. You know, in Bosnia there is many people who are like, this is the worst country, fuck this, I wanna go, blah, blah. But then, you know, I speak with my friend from Sweden, you know, and it's Sweden is the best country in the world, you know, and they say, oh, fuck Sweden, Sweden is awful, it's, you know, it's disgusting, this is shit, that is shit. And you understand that we are all shit, you know. In our core, we are all shit, and it's never gonna be good enough for anybody, and then somehow the life gets easier, you know.
Everybody thought their country is the worst.
Yeah, and then you realize that actually your country is very good. You know? It's actually fucking good, you know. Dobar dan, kako ste? I used to run. Jeste li se smrzli, jeste? Jest, vjerujem.
It's okay?
Yeah, she's a local beggar, you know. So, and, you know, people give her money and she's just standing there and begging all day. Let's go left. And now lately, she started becoming mad at the neighbors when they don't give her the money, you know. Like, it's everybody's responsibility to give her money. And so she's standing there and she's just cursing at everybody who passes by, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and a few days ago she told me, you used to be giving the money, but now you don't give anymore. You know, like she's mad at me for not giving her the money. You know? Yeah. Sorry, woman, I don't have for myself, you know. If I had, you would have also. So funny, man. This is my studio.
Oh.
Yeah, it's in the same time it's my garage, because I don't have money for the studio.
Come on, this is amazing.
Yeah, it's the best.
So fucking cool, man.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
走进这间工作室的那一刻，我脑中只有一个念头：这地方真是屌啊！墙上是多年前的涂鸦与岁月累积的漆痕，地上散落着破轮胎、木框、用过的喷罐与颜料箱。这里不只是一间工作室，更像是一场街头革命的指挥所。班杰明把画布贴上墙面时，那动作不像是在准备创作，而像是走进战场前，默默地将盔甲扣好。他开始翻找颜料，摆放好一排排的喷罐，然后站在画布前沉默了很久。
And how I will be doing, I don't know.
我开始注意到他穿的外套上都是历年累积的颜料痕迹。最后，他将那张画布从墙面撕下，没有多说什么，像完成了一场仪式一样，把作品交到我面前。
Because you are gonna get dirty.
Okay, thank you.
You are welcome. Good.
Okay.
It fits. Now, for example, we draw a flower here.
Okay.
You know, and we go like here.
Oh.
You see. And then we use this to color it inside, to fill it in. We say fill in. Filling in, and then you do the outline with another. Because now it's wet, it's probably gonna drip a little bit, but we don't care. And we get the flower.
Wow.
It's very important that the spray is always straight, because this damages the pressure, this it cannot go out.
Oh. Hold this like straight.
Yes, hold it straight and parallel to the wall.
Okay.
And just press the cap.
So I do this, right?
Yeah, you do the flower by yourself.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, now try to be a little bit closer and fill in.
Closer, right?
Yeah, maybe a little bit further than that. Yeah, like this. Perfect.
Keep going, right?
Keep going. Now, this one, try to hold it closer. Even scrape the wall, it's not a problem, you know.
Okay.
So as close as possible, and always keep the cap straight to the wall, like this, you know, so it's a little bit sharper.
Okay, so now also I do it outside like shape, right?
Yes. You can do from outside, from inside, however you feel like, whatever is easier for you.
Okay, let's do it outside first.
Yeah, I think it's the best.
Very close.
And slower, don't worry.
Okay,
you can be slower. Yeah, no problem. Bravo. And just make a circle to combine all of them together. Bravo, you did it.
我人生第一次尝试涂鸦，老实说一开始有点紧张，但我知道任何新的技能总得经过一段像个蠢蛋的时期。也正因如此，当我画下那条弧线时，我选择毫不犹豫地挥了下去。这趟旅程中最让我印象深刻的是班杰明的生活方式与他的性格所带来的魅力。他把创造力与外向特质融合在一起，仿佛同时拥有文艺属性和社交属性的加成，散发出一种独特的让人气场。我想，不论是他还是我们都要面对现实世界的压力，但我们依然可以选择要成为怎样的人，要对这个世界传达什么样的讯息，还有是否愿意打开自己，去尝试那些从未想过的体验。其实一开始看起来有点笨拙，因为让人就是在不完美的生活里，也愿意踏出脚步，去遇见未知的他人与故事。